As soon as I called Gina, I knew she was a person of action. She warned me, it's not going to be comfortable, it's not going to be pretty, but yeah, we can have you. So I went. I've been looking for a regenerative farm nearby where I could learn from them and contribute some labour. Yeah, here's how it went. When I arrived, I had a vague idea of permaculture, and I was really interested in learning about bush regeneration, especially soil regeneration. So I wanted to see what were people doing to do something about that. So to set the scene, Chaffin Creek Farm is an ex/ongoing cattle farm. So cattle are run here. There's a whole bunch of paddocks. This front one, which you'll be seeing most, still has some big trees, and this is where we'll see the regeneration and also the centropic forest. But down the back of the yard is a really special area where there are lagoons and creeks running through, and this is where you see the real potential of this habitat and what we can bring this area back to looking like. So right away I met Benya, who is on his working holiday visa from Chile, has done a permaculture course and is a centropics expert in his own right as well. I was living with him on the farm and he taught me most of what I know. I also, of course, met Gina and Robbie, who are the owners of this property and in charge of the Chaffin Creek project, who are very inspiring in their dedication to this mission of creating more land for wildlife and also replenishing soil and providing food in an ethical way. And they're doing it with the help of some of the locals around here. So they're connected through the Land for Wildlife community, who supports them in their mission with seedlings, plants, and has created this network of like-minded people who are passionate about regenerating this into beautiful bushland. So what did we get up to? Lots of planting. So if there's one thing that I've taken away from the centropic approach, it's to just get things in the ground, get things growing, the more the better. And this was huge for me in terms of getting over the fear of failure in a gardening sense, of plants dying and what that means. Instead, it's about every plant is an experiment that you're getting data from, and then you're learning about what plants it wants to be near. Does it want shade? Does it grow tall and really fast, or is it a slow grower that needs lots of water? It's just getting things in the ground and making things happen. And as part of this, I also learned that you really want to prioritize and invest in plants that you can propagate yourself. So not these one-time purchases, which are necessary, but also plants such as bananas, comfrey, mulberries, elderberry, rosemary, figs, lavender, potatoes, pineapples, arrowroot, etc., which you can plant and then continue to propagate from itself to get more plants into the garden without having to buy them all from seed. So we were planting a lot in the centropic forest. So we're planting in these rows on the property, but we also had an incredible project at Malabigula, which is an indigenous community to the northeast. And we were employed there to sort of establish this sort of centropic garden as well as some other garden beds. And so that was a really big day project that we were preparing for, getting lots of saplings and seedlings that we could take out there and have ready to hand over to them for them to take over the project. And it's going to be exciting to see how that continues onwards. If I was to summarize what I've learnt during this time, I think I feel encouraged to just plant, just try things. Plants live, plants die all the time. As long as it's going back into the soil, that's forward progress and you're learning. Planting slow and fast growers near to each other, using plants that you can propagate yourself. Really lean on the support and knowledge of others. There's so many people who know so much. The reality of this beautiful food forest is it does not produce food like a commercial farm does. One that relies on pesticides and inorganic fertilizers to grow food as fast as possible whilst depleting the soil. And so as much as I wish it was, the reality is that we're not ready to switch over to all having centropic gardens in our backyards to feed us and the neighbours. This is definitely a much more sustainable option and needs to be part of the longer strategy. All in all, just a huge thanks to Ben, Gina, Robbie for having me there. It was such an unforgettable experience, and I'd encourage anyone who's interested in progressive agriculture to reach out to them, see if you can help, or see if there's a farm near you doing interesting things. I'm sure they'd love to have you.